Sunrise in focus now, and the importance of romance. Last week we set out to find the most romantic and least romantic men in Australia, and boy did we have plenty of nominations for both.
So let's meet some of the contenders, shall we? Our relationships guru Des Carroy is here in the studio, along with Corinne and Hans Morse. And from our Melbourne newsroom, we're joined by Ruth and Sean Kelly. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Des, firstly to you, I guess we all think we know what love is. What's romance and how important is it to a relationship?
Well, if you want a relationship that's average, that's boring, that doesn't have any life, then romance won't be important, Andrew. But if you want a relationship that's full of passion, full of excitement, full of adventure, and gives you a lot of memories in your older age, then it's vital to the relationship. See, initially when we first go into a relationship, we all are very romantic. You know, we wine and dine each other, we're trying to attract our partner. You know, we dress up in our finest, we look like peacocks trying to impress each other. Then shortly after the wedding, we get lazy quite often, right?
Some of us.
We take each other for granted quite often, and the passion goes from relationships. So I think it's actually the lifeblood of the relationship.
Oh, so keep that romance going. Corinne, you wrote in about Hans. Why is he so romantic? Tell us.
We've been married 18 years and he just never forgets. He puts little presents in my glove box every time we go away.
Does he?
Really?
Like what kind
gloves
of things?
or?
Yeah.
No. I get perfume or chocolates or makeup.
I'm very well known at the cosmetics counter.
Oh, really? Oh, is that part of the thrill of it, Hans?
I think so.
Well done, good on you.
That's remarkable. So, you know, any time he can just spring up with a gift?
Yeah, if we're going away on a long drive or a trip, he always does it and hasn't forgotten. In 18 years, and he'd be in trouble if he did, I think.
I've forgotten once.
Yes, once.
She jumped into the glove box and there was nothing there and she was disappointed.
Oh, really?
See, and the thing is, he even fesses up when he makes a mistake.
You could have covered, like, I got you this flashlight.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you a street directory.
And now we're very spoilt.
Now, Hans, do you do it all year round or do you do it on anniversaries? Because, you know, someone we know, one of our staff was saying that, you know, he's not allowed to do it on special dates. He's got to send flowers on odd dates throughout the year.
Yeah, I guess I want to do it when she's not expecting it. Make it a surprise. When we go away for a weekend, like 2 days away, I'll put something in there. A bottle of perfume or something.
I like big love.
Thoroughly lovely, yeah. All this going away is obviously very romantic as well. Great. Now, Ruth, you've dobbed in your husband Sean to us for being potentially Australia's least romantic man. Talk us through this.
Well, the reason I did it is Sean's a great guy, he's a good dad, but when it comes to romance, he just needs that extra push. His idea of romance is to get the kids babysat and have a barbecue at home.
Right. Well, hey, babysitters are good. And can you, Ruth, talk us through your first date? You emailed us about that.
Yes,
Look at
well,
his
Sean
face,
rang me up.
not this again.
Sean rang me up and said, oh, would you like to come out? You know, and I said, I'd love to. And I said, all right, this is going to be wonderful. So he come and picked me up and then he took me to his RSL club to play pool.
I'll let her win.
I let her win. What a romantic.
Top it all off.
I thought at least out to dinner or something, but yeah, that was quite a surprise, that's for sure.
And there was another night away you told us about in the email?
Yes, on our first anniversary, he took me to this fantastic, beautiful hotel in Melbourne City, but we spent the night drinking champagne and watching the Formula One Grand Prix on television.
Oh, really? Right, when he said, let me start your motor, that's what you weren't expecting, probably. Or something like that. Sean, what were you thinking? What was going on?
Many a thing. Just Grand Prix at the point of time. It was on. I love me Formula One.
Were you able to sort of
obsessed
convince
with it.
yourself that that was a romantic night, drinking champagne in front of the Grand Prix?
Oh, it was good champagne and I threw some strawberries in as well, so...
Oh, yeah.
That's good. You're on the way there, I'm sure. Now, Des, you know, I'm sure a lot of guys around the country are going, oh, what's wrong with that? Is it a matter of perception, romance? I mean, he did take her to a nice hotel, he bought the champagne.
It is a matter
of... Yes.
It is a matter of perception. And in all defense of Sean, he was coming from his heart and he really was being romantic, you know, for himself. But, you know, many men, and many men are romantic, but many men are learning about romance today. We learn from our fathers, and our fathers certainly didn't know. So there's special differences as far as perceptions. Women have the challenge of, initially, they're very romantic, but when children come along, quite often they emotionally bond with the child and the man feels left out. So it's important for women not to put children ahead of the man. Now for men, we need to learn romance to find out what our partner needs. And Sean, in your particular case, what you might want to do with your partner is to just listen to what her needs are. That's part of romance, trying to provide your needs for your partner. You know, because I know that she didn't want to share your honeymoon night, you know, with a sports car in bed. You know, so that's important to do that. Eventually, all men learn to become romantic.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
That's usually when the wife leaves them. Then they pull out all the stops, you know, the trips away. I'm a changed man, and we become romantic. So it's better to learn on the job.
Sure. Now, Ruth, in order to avoid that possibility, I mean, what would you have Sean do that you would feel was romantic?
Oh, I would love to go out to dinner, even to receive roses, a picnic without a radio coming along to hear footy scores. I'd be happy with anything.
Sean, are you taking notes?
Oh, yes, I am. Keeping it all up in the head now.
No, Des was talking, Corinne and Hans, about kids coming into the picture, and that sometimes spoils some of the romance. Do you have kids?
We do. We have
Yeah,
two.
we have 3 children.
Sorry.
You have 3 kids as well. Corinne and Hans, you have kids too?
We have 2 foster children. We couldn't have children. We tried for 16 years with IVF and so on.
Wow. So how do you find that changed? It obviously didn't change your romantic side.
No, I try to keep it up. I think it's important.
It's got to be balanced. Hans is a mad Grand Prix freak as well.
Yes, I can understand where he's coming from.
He makes me get up at 2 a.m. and watch the Grand Prix too, but it has to be both ways.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
There you go, Sean.
I agree with you, Corinne. In your particular relationship, because you are the romantic, do you share the same surprises with your man, or is he primarily...
No, I'm the princess.
So what I might suggest for you is to give back to Hans, because I'm sure you'd like to receive those surprises too. Otherwise, it's not balanced. Like you said, we need that give and take in relationships.
I should say that she is pretty good. She does do, when she goes shopping for herself, you know, to buy a dress or something, she always brings me something.
Oh, there you go. That's important.
There you go.
That's important to balance that.
Okay, Des, a final word for Sean and Ruth. What can you say?
Well, I can see you have a lot of love between you. I think it's important, too, to just listen to each other. What are your needs? Surprise each other often. Like my wife and I, every year, what we'll do is on our anniversary, we'll actually surprise each other. One year I'll take it, the next year she'll take it.
Oh,
so
nice.
Things like that are really important.
guessing a bit.
Keep the energy going in the relationship.
Well, Ruth and Sean and Corinne and Hans, thank you for putting your lives out on national TV this morning, particularly you guys in Melbourne. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for
And
having
thanks,
me.
Des.
Thanks,
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.